Moments ago at the New York Stock Exchange, the closing bell ringing. Hispanic Association of Corporate Responsibility handling the responsibility of ringing the bell there. Part of the celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month. You know, stocks didn't really move a ton today. The Dow was down just a little bit, about 10 points or so on the day. So not much movement in the stock market. S&P middle of the screen down by about 0.1%. Same for the NASDAQ. You know, in the business headlines today, Netflix expected to raise rates again after the Hollywood actors strike. When that's happening and how much more we'll all have to pay is still apparently up in the air. Right now, the standard Netflix plan is just under $16 a month. There's also a cheaper version with ads, and they also have a more expensive premium plan. The company's last increase, January of 2022. Discovery Plus also is reportedly planning a rate hike after the strike, and they're not alone. I mean, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Peacock, all these streaming services, Paramount Plus, have raised prices already this year. With us now, a little bit more on all of this, the finance expert and principal at Madison Ventures Plus, the great Mitch Roschelle. Thank you, Mitch, for coming on. I haven't seen you in a while, but it's good to see you today on NewsNation. And you know what's funny about the streaming services? Like, when we all had cord cut, everybody said, oh, they're going to cut the cord, and it was supposed to save us money. But then what did we do? We got Netflix and all these streaming services, and then we went out and got YouTube TV or Fubo or something else, and now all of a sudden we're paying more than we were when we started. I mean, what do you make of all these increases?
Well, you're also still paying for the cord because you need to get Wi-Fi in your house somewhere. Yeah. If you add up, Connell, all of those names that you mentioned, it's $95 just for the streaming services. That does not include what I would refer to as basic cable. So you can't watch us right now unless you're paying for some sort of a basic cable program or a YouTube TV. You add up all those costs and have one TV in the house, you're probably looking at $200. And when people had the cord, they were arguably paying less than $200. So this dislocation of the way we buy content has certainly cost us more. And in fact, they're all talking about potentially hiking the prices of those streaming services 25%. So that strike that went on for, a month or so, we're all paying for it.
Yeah, well, that's always the way. Somebody always pays for everything, and it's usually the consumer, I suppose. I want to talk more broadly kind of about the economy if we have a second here, Mitch, because we've talked a lot on the show here about interest rates going up. There was some talk this morning in the papers about deficits. As interest rates go up, in other words, now all of a sudden deficits matter again. And not that they didn't before, but that was the saying in Washington. Oh, deficits don't matter. Don't worry about it in this rate environment. But now they do. Is that true? You think people are finally paying attention to the fact that, we better keep an eye on our deficit because of where rates are?
Right. So we're looking at a $2 trillion annual deficit. We're looking at $33 trillion worth of national debt. Half of that has a maturity of 10 years or less. But if you just look at, just think about people in their mortgages that may be watching right now. 2 years ago, the federal government financed 2-year treasuries at less than 0.5%. Now they're refinancing those at 5%. Okay. So that is, skyrocketing higher rates. So that deficit of $2 trillion a year is going to be financed at a ridiculously higher cost than it would have been just 2 years ago. That's why deficits matter, because the cost of debt service is going to get very quickly to $1 trillion a year.
Are we close to some sort of a breaking point? I mean, that's always the thing. Is like, oh, this isn't going to matter until it really matters. And then when it does, it's a disaster, as it has been for other countries. But we're not other countries, the argument goes, because, we're the United States. So we have the reserve currency and all the rest. Are you at all worried about any of that changing?
There's a lot of talk about a new reserve currency, the BRICS, China and India coming together and creating their own reserve currency. I don't see that happening. And the dollar is surprisingly strong. And the reason why the dollar is so strong is because foreign central banks are buying U.S. treasuries because they like the yield and safety of U.S. treasuries. And as long as foreign central banks continue to buy our treasuries using U.S. dollars, our dollar will remain strong. But the risk is if we keep printing money like this and printing money to pay for debt service on money, at some point the dollar will devalue.
Right, at some point. And nobody, and even in history with other countries, can predict that point. And that's therein lies the problem. Mitch, good to see you again. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
All right.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.